A typical man awakens in the midst of the wilderness one night and wonders how he got there. He remembers the incidents that led up to his current situation and exhales in disbelief. The young man was following a lorry on his motorbike when a vending machine abruptly unbuckles. In his attempt to preserve the vending machine, the guy loses control and tumbles over the cliff with it. He speculates that after dying, he was reincarnated as the machine, and he likes it. He can see that he is merely selling warm corn soup and cold mineral water, both of which are sold in yen. The system informs him that he may alter the kind of things he sells, but doing so will cost him points. Points are equivalent to money, and by using them to buy more goods, he can restock his inventory. It also enables him to gain additional functions. He converts the water to cold milk using 10 points, bringing his starting points down to 990. He realizes that his body doesn't run on electricity. He consumes points to power himself instead, which costs him 1 point per hour, meaning he consumes 24 points a day. The next day he starts to panic, when no one turns up, and begins to think that he will stop functioning at this rate. Suddenly, a human-sized frog wearing armor emerges from the water. It gets closer and begins to attack the vending machine. The system alerts him that his durability has dropped by 3, and that he would break and stop functioning if it runs out. He promptly examines his data and discovers that his durability is poor. He is astonished to discover that magic exists in this world, among other things. After being informed by the system that he may use points to recover his durability, the frog calls in reinforcements, and they all start attacking the machine. He scans the menu and learns that he may obtain a blessing without using any points since blessings are unique abilities bestowed by God. He chooses the barrier blessing, which deploys invisible protection around him, and only people he grants access can enter it. It is revealed that the barrier consumes points when it is attacked, and the frogs keep attacking till they gave up, and the vending machine is left with over than 300 points. After several days, Lammy's pops out of the bush. She begins to complain about how hunger has taken all her strength, and she wasn't cut out to be a hunter, as all her attacks don't hit when she is alone. She approaches the vending machine after finally spotting it, but is surprised when it welcomes her and begs her to insert coins. She inserts a copper coin after realizing there is food inside, and he exchanges the accepted currency as the machine informed him. 1 full silver coin, or 1,000 ua, is the new price. Lammy's is astonished by the price but decides to buy the hot soup nevertheless. She purchases 3 further corn soups, water, milk tea, and other items after being seduced by the taste. She later falls asleep next to the machine, so he erects a barrier around her and disposes of the trash. The following morning, she thanks him and he responds with the same sentiments. She figures that the machine is conscious, but the only issue is that it can only say some phrases. She offers to take him to Hulami, who invents magical tools. They agree to use 2 sentences, instead of yes or no. After asking some questions, she figures that he's lonely, and suggests to take him. He is shocked to see that she can easily lift the machine, as it weighs 500 kilograms. It is discovered that Lammy's possesses the blessing known as the Blessing of Might, which accounts for her extraordinary strength. She then chooses to take a break and is ready to purchase some corn soup, but he changes his mind and gives her some chips instead, since they satisfy her appetite more than the soup does. When she tries it, she likes it, and purchases several packs. As they enter the town later, the guards are overjoyed to see Lammy's alive and well, whereas the others she went out with had all perished. Lammy's tells the guards about the vending machine, and while they complain about the price, they buy some items and love the taste, to the point that they buy every item available. She enters the village and walks past an alley. Then she notices a little girl getting picked on by some troublemakers. She gently puts down the vending machine and begins to attack, but she misses all her strikes. But the criminals retreat in fear as they witness her brute force. The girl is fine, but she is intrigued by the machine after it spoke. Lammy's finds her way back to the inn, and the owner rushes outside relieved to see her. Monami is even delighted, but they are concerned about what she brought back with her. She describes how the vending machine prevented her from starving, before putting it near to the tavern's door. Monami is taken aback to learn that Lammy's is returning to the surface, to show Hulami the machine, given that they are unexpectedly in a dungeon. She doesn't have the funds to pay for the transfer circle, which is the sole issue. Monami suggests she works at the inn for a while, to gather the money, and she thinks that the machine might attract guests as it sells its contents too. As time goes on, word spread about him and he sells like mad, and when night comes, Lammy's carries and places him at the front gate, for the guards to enjoy the snacks. They buy the products so much, and after getting bored he adds Odin. But despite it is more expensive, they still buy it and love the taste. Several days pass and everyone loves the canned Odin, as the weather is getting colder. However, he doesn't provide Odin throughout the day since he doesn't want to impact the restaurant business at the inn. When the girl that Lammy saved approaches him to speak, she is angered when he greets her first since she thought it would give her the advantage in negotiations. She then tosses a stone at him and walks away. Later, Lammy's transports him to the gate in a rucksack made of wood that she bought. One of the reasons she wants him to meet Hulami is because she believes he may one day be able to speak in complete sentences. He accepts Lammy's formal naming of him as Boxxo, and with that, she declares it to be a wonderful beginning for their future together. And that's the end of the video. Please tell me your opinion, and like the video. Take care, and stay tuned for the next episode.